Thank you. Okay. See, no. First woman Rashtrapati from the tribal community, he wants to say. Sri Pratap, Chandra, Sarangi.
Has replied relating to establishment of a second permanent high court in the western part of Odisha. The problem lies, I think the minister may clarify. The issue is, not a problem, the issue is the Chief Justice of Odisha High Court has to give consent. Odisha government has repeatedly stated that whatever infrastructure is to be developed and money is to be spent, Odisha government is prepared. I just wanted to make it clear.
जो बोल रहे हैं सही बोल रहे हैं, लेकिन उसमें क्या है, कॉम्पोजिट प्रपोजल अभी तक नहीं आया है। कॉम्पोजिट प्रपोजल आ जाने से बेहतर होगा।
Pratap Chand Sarangi.
Chairman sir, I am very much thankful to you for allowing me to speak on this Family Courts Amendment Bill 2022. Sir, I rise to speak in support of this bill. Sir, exactly, it is unfortunate that in a nation where Shravan Kumar and Sri Ram Chandra took birth, we are passing laws to protect the rights of parents. I don't know how many parents have protected their rights through legal suits. Sir, I thank you. Sir, the Family Court Act was passed in 1984 to make provisions for establishment of family courts by the state governments in consultation with the high courts for amicable settlement of family disputes related to marriage. Sir, the objective of the original act is very noble. Since many families have been totally ruined in litigations running from court to court, to reduce the load of pendency of such cases in different courts and for quick settlement of family disputes through counseling, and mediation, Family Courts Act was enacted. The Family Courts Act 1984 came into force after receiving presidential assent. On 14 September 1984, Section 1(3) of the Family Courts Act 1984 specifically provides that it shall come into force on such dates as the central government may by notification in the official gazette appoint, and different dates may be appointed for different states. So central government notification is mandatory prerequisite as per provisions of the Act. It was desired that family courts are to be opened in each district. As per information available, 720 family courts are functioning in 26 states and union territories, which have a total pendency of 11,43,985 cases, as per reports of May 2022. The necessity of this amendment was felt when a criminal revision petition 180 of 2021 was filed in the High Court of Himachal Pradesh by Omkar Sharma, challenging the authenticity of the judgments of the family court, since it has no sanction from a central government notification, which is a prerequisite under Section 1(3) of the Family Courts Act 1984. Might have been, the state would not have been applied for a central government notification. Upon scrutiny, a similar situation was found in the state of Nagaland. So if the contention of the petitioner is upheld, then all the appointments and decisions of the family courts and all the actions of the government to execute the verdict of the family courts will stand jeopardized. But there is no provision to bring a central notification with retrospective effect to protect and validate the decisions taken by such family courts. The purpose of the amendment of the bill is very limited for incorporating enabling provisions of the family courts of Himachal Pradesh and Nagaland, where family courts are functioning without issuance of central government notification, which is a mandatory prerequisite as per Section 1(3) of the Family Court Act 1984. Sir, family is the basis of our society. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam was our ideal as propagated by our sages ages ago. Nuclear family idea, which was imported from Europe, has destroyed our structure of big families, which were a protecting force of our culture. It is better late than never. We have to save our family. It would be a happy state of affairs if all such disputes could have been settled outside the court, amicably through mediation, counseling or counseling. Sir, Swami Vivekananda told our great national sin is the neglect of masses and tyranny over women. Sir, in our culture, in the cabinet of Brahma, 3 great ministries were given to women. Finance ministry was given to Devi Lakshmi. Education ministry was offered to Devi Saraswati. And defense ministry was offered to Devi Durga. It is told here that women have been disrespected in this government. Sir, in India, women are not equal with men. Women are much higher than men. Veda says, Matru Devo Hovo, Pitru Devo Hovo, Atithi Devo Hovo, Acharya Devo Hovo. Upadhyayan Dasacharya, Acharyanam Satam Pita, Sahasranam Pitru Mata Gauravad Atirichyate. Tuition master is much inferior than the teacher. Dronacharya was a tuition master. His Shastriya Manyata is Upadhyaya, not Acharya. Although his disciples out of love were telling him Acharya, but his Shastriya status is not Acharya because he was living in fooding tuition with Kauravas. So, he wanted to kill the talent of Ekalavya, who was denied a right to get admission into the royal school. And without the help of his guru, he mastered and he could excel to such an extent that he defeated all the disciples, including the Kauravas and Pandavas, all the 105 students of Dronacharya in a battle, who were studying with Dronacharya for 14 years. So, Dronacharya, to help his tuition students, wanted to kill the talent of Ekalavya. The Acharya who is sitting in his ashram and teaching students, free fooding, lodging and boarding, like Sandipani, Parshuram, they were much greater, 100 times better. Upadhyayan Dasacharya, 10 times better than the tuition master Acharya. Today we also found tuition masters are running to supply copies and notice. Sir, Acharyanam Satam Pita, the father is 100 times more glorified than the teacher. And mother is 1,000 times greater than the Acharya. So, Matru Devo Hovo. So, all power lies with the women. We never considered them weak. And in this government, Sir, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao Yojana, Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, Matru Bandhana Yojana, all these yojanas resulted in that the ratio of men and women were increased 100 to 120, 1,000 to 1,020. Not only that, in higher education also, 18% women have been registered. Sir, and we have found that this government selected a tribal woman from a remote corner of Mayurbhanj to occupy the highest constitutional seat of India, Rashtrapati. Sir, is it not an honor to women? Just blaming others with no basis, no substance is not good. This is not expected from responsible parliamentarians. Sir, first women advocate, do you know? Sir, with pride I can say the first woman advocate of the whole world is from Odisha, Sudhanshu Bala. Our great Madhusudan Das. By the time Europe, England, nobody else were giving license to women for advocacy. Even in America, there was no woman advocate. He sent Sudhanshu Bala. She applied for license in the Calcutta High Court. She was not granted, she was refused. Then Madhusudan went to Privy Council. Privy Council was not in favor of granting license to women. Then a legislation was brought in the VR Odisha Legislative Council, and Sudhanshu Bala occupied that glorious seat of becoming the first woman advocate in the whole world. Sir, is it not an honor to women? Sir, I will tell you. I have seen the miserable plight of the children and old parents in family disputes. Sir, I have seen many bureaucrats, many IS officers, many leaders, many great businessmen, many wealthy persons. Family life is very, very precarious, very miserable. Sir, in a court I was present when the father and the mother married to another person, and her biological father, his biological father was out of the station. He was a military official. Sir, how they were fighting. Even after the court verdict, both parties fought to snatch the boy, a 5-year-old boy. Sir, with much intervention by the police, the boy was again given to his father. Sir, such precarious position. Sir, I remember a very peculiar story. from England, from America. Sir, one Indian couple went to America and they stayed in a family, and sometime after there was a hue and cry, and hearing the news, the Indian couple were astonished. The father told, a male member told his wife, please go and see what is the problem. She went inside. After 15 minutes she came and told that, oh my dear, your children and my children were quarreling with our children. This was not intelligible for the Indian couple. They asked, what is the matter? Your children, my children, their children. They told them, no, she is my 13th wife. So before marrying me, she has got some children from the court as per her share. There were joint stock company, they differentiated, they separated. So now her share children are her children. And I am her 15th husband. So before my marriage to this lady, I had my own share from the courts when we separated, and they are my children. And after our marriage, we have some children, they are our children. So there are 3 types of children in our family. Sir, this never happens in India. Sir, although a few instances are there, why it is there? Because of this nuclear family concept from Europe and America. Sir, Indian culture, Indian sages taught knowledge and culture from time immemorial to the whole world. Sir, we should inspire the citizens to lead a prestigious life with love and mutual respect. Sir, justice delayed means justice denied. Sir, I am quite proud that such a legislation has been brought, such an amendment is brought, because just to correct a legal crisis and for Himachal Pradesh and Nagaland. Sir, I am sure that this will help our victims who are mostly ladies. But there are also a few victims who are male
Please
members.
conclude now.
Sir, you know, sir, some learned members told that women are not respected. Sir, I have cited many examples how women are respected best. Sir, I would remember one case, Sabanu case. How women were respected in that government. The Prime Minister has thrown out the verdict of the Supreme Court and crossed all constitutional limits and amended the constitution for his own benefit. Sir, is it democracy? Is it an honor to the woman? They have never honored the woman. And by that time, all those critics were silent. They have never opposed it. Like Pitama Bhishma, a great warrior who remained silent
please
in the
conclude.
Mahabharata. Sir,
One more speaker is there, thereafter minister has to reply.
yes, sir.
Please.
Sir, anyway, this government honors women the best, and I stand support of this bill and this amendment. Sir, I will be very happy, and I will appeal all the members of this house, cutting across party line, to support this amendment. With this, I conclude.
Thank you. Sri P.B.